Today's recipe is Chinese donut or yutiao. It can be seen in most Southeast Asia food court and traditional eating house. It is considered as street food or snacks. I always go for it when I travel back to Singapore. It goes well with sweet hot coffee or soya milk for breakfast. You can even spot them as topping on rice porridge. For those who are new, I'm Monica. Thanks for clicking and watching this video, but I'd be very thankful if you'd subscribe to my channel. Your support means a lot to me. Alright, let's start our cooking. Here are the ingredients for the donut dough. Please go to description box for measurement in gram and millimeter. So here are a cup of all-purpose flour, a quarter cup of normal cold water, 1.5 teaspoon baking powder, a quarter teaspoon baking soda, a quarter teaspoon salt, half teaspoon white sugar, it's optional, half tablespoon of unsalted butter, and half amount of small beaten egg. To save time, get ready with a medium-sized mixing bowl, a small bowl for egg, a strainer to loosen the baking powder because it's sometimes clamped together, and of course, a spatula. Let's start combine everything for the dough. By the way, please let me know if you have better way to make this donut. I'd like to try it. I know every country has its own type of donut. Maybe you can call it donut or maybe breadstick, etc. And I think it has different flavor or shape. Please tell me how you call it in your country. Is it something you eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner, or just a snack? So after the dry ingredients are already inside the mixing bowl, combine them evenly. This step is very important. Before we add in the liquid ingredients, we have to do this step. We cannot skip it. Make a well-like or small hole in the middle for the egg. We are going to crack and beat the egg. I only use half of it later. Just pour it into the middle. Add in also the melted unsalted butter. Then use a spatula to fold in the flour and half of the water go in first while mixing them. Pour in the remaining water and do a quick mix until they are well combined. You can see the consistency of the dough. If it is too dry, can add few drops of water. You can use your bare hand to combine them. I prefer using spatula and disposable foot gloves for some light kneading. It looks just nice, not too wet or too dry. Just knead it gently for 2 to 3 minutes or until no more white flour left in the bowl. Use folding and patting motion to combine them well. This step is to create beautiful dough with no air cavity inside. Give few light slams to make them more solid. No need too hard. Shape it round like a ball. Then cover it with a lid or plastic film to keep them warmer. Let rest for 12 to 15 minutes. It's already more than 12 minutes. Let's have a look on it. I could feel the dough is smoother and not so sticky as before. Give it a good massage. I don't say it kneading because to knead sounds like a hard job. But practically, no need to knead it so long and so hard. But let me tell you, it's a lie if I said no kneading required. It's still necessary to do some gentle kneading. Otherwise, we are not able to have a fluffy and smooth dough. So I don't want to cheat on the title for clickbites. Let's prepare a kneading board. We need to powder the surface. Just dust a thin layer of flour on the board. Fold the dough few times. Give some tender massage on it. Fold it again and repeat few times. Shape it like an oval bun. If you want to make the donut on the same day, then you need to wrap it in the plastic and let it sit for a minimum of 4 hours. But if you want to make it as your breakfast the next day, let it stay in refrigerator overnight. I'm going to make it as my breakfast on the next morning, so I'd want to keep it in the fridge. Good morning. The dough was just out from the refrigerator. We are going to flatten it with a wooden roller. Dust some flour on it because the dough is always a little sticky. So the powder will prevent it sticking on the board and the wooden pin. For the length of donut is flexible. I won't make it too long because I don't have big frying pot. I will probably cut them into 4 or 5 centimeter long and 1.5 centimeter wide. Flatten it using both of your palms to the thickness around 4 or 5 millimeter. Roll it again for a few times. I'm showing you the complete process. It seems easy to make it, but in practice, it has some challenging parts. So please be patient to watch how I do it. Then can you learn it better? You can use a knife if you don't have a dough cutter. We need a thin stick to draw a line in the middle of each alternate cut. Best is to use bamboo skewer stick. Wet the stick with water and just press it down to make a line on each alternate cut of flat dough. After all the alternate pieces have lines, overlap the pieces next to them onto each striped piece. Then make a line again on top of the double-decker bread dough. Please pay attention in here. We need to press a little at each end so that it's easier to separate them later after they are cooked. Heat up a medium frying pan or pot. Recommended a deeper one because it needs more oil for the bread to float and flip. I suggest you don't make too long donuts so that you don't need a very wide pan, which will need more oil later. At least the oil reach some an inch height. Wait until the oil reach the temperature around 195 to 200 degrees Celsius or 390 degrees Fahrenheit. You may use a bamboo chopstick to test it. If it is bubbling, then it should be hot enough to fry the dough. Before putting the donut dough into the oil, gently stretch both ends a little to make it longer. Flip immediately after it is floated. Then keep flipping to keep them in shape. After that, let each side to be fried till light brown. Then flip over to the other side. Let each side stay for approximately 5 to 8 seconds to be evenly fried before you flip it. Repeat this action for 2 to 3 times. Then remove it from the oil. So it is important to stretch both ends gently before laying into the hot oil. Look at it. It is so pretty, right? And I can smell the aroma. Nutty flavor aroma. Please try to make it using my recipe and tips, okay friends? If you follow my instructions from the beginning to the end, you surely can do it too. Trust me, my dear YouTube friends. Serve when it is still warm. Look, they are fluffy inside and crispy outside. I hope today's recipe is useful for you. If it is, please rate it and leave a comment. Also, share it to those who need it. Don't forget to subscribe if you are not done it. Thanks for watching. Till we meet again in the next cooking.